The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on second down, Rodgers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. Touchdown, Packers! Davante Adams. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Set 50, plant. Don't get nervous. Check three.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
There we go, let's go now. 30 base.
On second down, Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Got it. Here we go. 18, Gator.
Bring the mirrors back and go full strength.
Go. Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29.
319.
Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Here's Jones. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 2nd down, Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third.
26, 5, 55, 55.
Ready?
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing is Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
General West.
57. Mike, 57.
Jim.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Preston Smith there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Packers' 41-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you. I got you.
Here's 2nd and 8. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
10-2 stop.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Hey, stand up.
It's 4th down.
Get it.
On 4th down, Herbert. It's caught by Davis. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Ready? 15, Ronnie. 15, Ronnie.
50 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Snap.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Go out. Ready?
Back to throw. Herbert escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 4 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17. Yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready, break.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the gun, it's again to Cook. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Check. Crunch. 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 Kill. 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 Kill.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Switch. Check 13.
Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. On 1st down, Herbert. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Now Cook. He's got it off the draw. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The 34-yard line.
57, Mike 57. Boxing. Hey, check Mike 57.
On 2nd and 2, Rodgers. got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Zoom.
Here's Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Greystone travel. Jump out!
54, right there, right
Hey, exit.
Watch the run.
Jump.
54.
From the 27, Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run. Cook. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
I got you, Pop. Check. Fresno. Check, nickel.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Army.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Ready up.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check 50 small. Check 55 tonight. Better bring it. You better bring it. Now, live. You better bring it. All right, 55. Back north. 55. Hey, eat. Plant. Watch the ball. Check. Lucky.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
70, Indy. Hey, Hayward. Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Check 26, check 26.
10 yards on the pickup.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
50. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Second and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them,
he's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, 93 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now Cook. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Down, 18 Gators.
To throw on second down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top, And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Jones, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
158.
54 miles. He's checking.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He'll rifle this one deep right. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is Cook with the ground. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second and long. For the catch made by Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert. And it is incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Big hold to the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. And a Packer 1st down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
On the counter, here's Jones. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.